Welcome to What's Eating You. Today we're going to talk about the best way to store your fruits and veggies to make sure they have the best flavor and to help them last longer. So you probably see I have the veggies and fruits separated. That is the way you should store them in the fridge. Fruits actually give off gases that can help them to ripen. They can also make vegetables go bad faster. So in your crisper drawers, you're going to put your fruits in one drawer, your veggies in a separate one. And you're probably wondering, well, which ones do I put in the fridge and which ones do I keep on the counter? Let's go over some really common ones. Starting with berries. I can actually smell these berries. They're so fragrant. They go bad really, really fast. You want to store your berries on the top shelf of your fridge. This has the most consistent temperature. It's going to keep the berries fresher longer. What about apples? A lot of people store them on their counter, but you know what? The fridge is going to help to keep those apples fresher. So store them in the crisper drawer away from the veggies. That's where you want to keep your apples. What about tomatoes? Now, you do not want to put tomatoes in your fridge. That actually makes them lose their flavor. It makes them get hard and kind of have a bit of a mealy texture. So tomatoes you're going to store on the counter. Avocado. Avocado is great because it lasts for a long time. But once it's ripe, you have to eat it pretty much that same day. So for avocado, you're going to store it on the counter. As soon as it feels soft to the touch, you can put it in the fridge. That will help to keep it fresher for a couple days longer. Now, one thing that people always ask me is, what about greens? How to keep them fresh? I'm going to show you a really easy trick that I use to keep my greens fresh longer. So what you want to do is wash all of your green lettuce. So I have romaine lettuce here. I washed it, I chopped it. I'm going to lay it on a piece of paper towel. It's very easy. So you want to do this while the lettuce is wet. Paper towel, cover it with the paper towel. You're going to roll it. So this looks a little funny, but this is actually a great way to store it. It will last for probably a good week in the fridge. You can either keep it just like this, or if you want it to last a little longer, put it in a plastic bag and keep the bag open. This way, this should last a good week. In the crisper, in the fridge, do not put apples with this. Remember, fruits and veggies are separate. And guess what else? There are other things you can store in the fridge that will make them last longer. Any sort of flours, whether it's nut flour, wheat flour, the fridge will keep it fresher. And lastly, you might not have heard this before. What about nuts? These are walnuts here. They last a lot longer if you store them in the fridge. All that I did was I took the walnuts out of their bag, I put them in a nice Tupperware container, and I like to find ones that are clear because then you can see what's actually in it. Keep it in the fridge, you can stack them up, they will last longer. Another tip is, except for the lettuce you want to wash and put in the baggie. Except for that, you do not want to wash any fruits or veggies before you're ready to eat it. That will make them spoil a lot faster. So there are some tips on how to store really common fruits and veggies and even nuts and seeds in the fridge for best flavor and to make them last longer. Have a great week.